What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS, as we continue to explore the latest new musical flavour worldwide. And boy, do we have a spicy one to get into today, as we continue to explore this brand new album from Zinoleesky. Obviously, this album dropped over the Christmas and New Year period, so I was having a little bit of a break from releasing and I suppose, reviewing new music. We were kind of doing a lot of pre-recorded bits, but we are back in the building now, and I'm excited to check this one out. Off the Grit and Lust project, it goes by the name Last Time, and I've heard really good things about it, so I'm excited to check this one out. As always, friends, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. Without further ado, we're going to jump right into this one. The sounds of Zinoleesky. Let's go.
Lift keys.
Cool. Lift keys production. Good.
I've been trying to focus. Don't nobody knows. Give me love at no cost. Say the rest not bonus. Why you do me no. I've been thinking of someone. Can't say, baby, what's
something I immediately like about this is the use of those more sort of lo-fi snare sounds. They've got a real kind of bite to them. They've got a real kind of clickiness, which just gives them this really nice overall feel. When you then double that up with, I feel kind of like the raspiness, that natural kind of melody that comes bleeding out of Zinoleesky's vocal approach, you end up with something really, really enjoyable. This is a cool tune, man. Right from the jump, I'm liking the fact it has that kind of spacier feel, very synthetic in its overall arrangement, but undeniably very, very clean in its production.
Shit, before I see you a dollar.
Like it when I can jump, like it show you na pasta, like it sick na cancer, listen na person daughter, the things you do me I calm down.
Love how simple that approach is, man.
It's a natural disaster. What I got and what I got.
I remember when I saw you last night. We said that was the last night. Until I saw you last
Again,
night.
the combination of those very kind of emotive piano sounds doing a really good job of really, I suppose, pushing, again, that emotive feel with this one, giving it a sense of kind of direction, a sense of texture, and again, that emotional feel is the best way I can describe it. On top of that as well, really nice kind of harmonic structuring going on from Zinoleesky, who's really driving the pace of this one with his approach. The overall rhythm of the tune is nice. It's pretty much built around a couple of drum sounds and, of course, that lead snare, which I did mention earlier on. And overall, this one does have a very interesting feel to it, man. Like, I think it's an interesting approach from Zino, and what I've liked about hearing him on this album is the fact that we are hearing a different side of his vocal approach.
Baby girl, it's night time. I like to know my crime. Would you let me use a lifeline? Cause this feeling's for a lifetime. Yeah.
Don't ruin my happiness. You're the one who's starting this. How I feel about my feelings, it's my business, not yours.
But you're bad like your friend. That's why you both move together. I could swear I got
what I like about this as well is the fact that it's just constantly rolling. Like, there are every element about this is just pushing forward. Like, there's no sort of breaks in the rhythm. It's actually quite relentless in the sort of constant acquisition of new kind of rhythmic pockets. The way that Zino's constantly switching his vocal style from this more sort of a melodic approach to the more skippy approach we heard earlier. There's a real kind of combination of vocal approaches, which is what gives this one its energy. Again, definitely an album tune. I wouldn't say this is a standalone single in comparison to Personal or other tracks that we've actually seen from this album project, which is very strong. I think people are underestimating Zino, just because when you look at whenever he drops a new single, it always bangs and it's always of the highest quality. So I think people need to remember that as they're listening through.
I don't wanna hope by the neck. With my little few, I'm blessed. I don't wanna be by myself, cause I'm a mess without you. Like it gonna ganja, like it show you na pasta, like it sick na cancer, listen na person daughter, the things you do me I calm down. When it's difficult.
It's really interesting hearing the way they've actually built up the backdrop on this one. It's literally those kind of organ chords which have this really nice resonating feel to them. They just naturally take up so much space, and they just have this very kind of warm overall texture to them, just filling up a lot of the kind of background synth room and giving the whole tune this natural kind of glow. When you then kind of double up Zino's vocal on top of it, which almost has a kind of WizKid-esque feel about it on this tune in particular, you get this really nice sonic marriage which works really well.
It's a natural disaster. What I got and what I got.
I remember when I saw you last night. We said that was the last night. Until I saw you last night. And then we had a nice time. Baby girl, it's night time.
headbutting my mic. I
Would
do
you let me
apologize.
use a lifeline? Cause this feeling's for a lifetime. Yeah.
If no be God, if no be for Jesus.
Even that little transition there, the actual relentlessness of the tune, the pacing, at no point has really slowed down. It's constantly just been driving forward, pushing forward, and it's really interesting to see that that's a common theme on this project from all the tracks we've reviewed so far. Anyway, again, really nice use of those kind of background synthesizer pads, just giving the whole thing this floaty, otherworldly texture. It's very, very clean. And then on top of that, of course, you're getting a really varied approach vocal-wise from Zinoleesky, who again has been very impressive over the last 12 months, and I feel this album is a real kind of amalgamation of all those different approaches that he's brought to the table, which is what an album should be, especially when you're an artist that has as much of a buzz about him as Zinoleesky.
I get the information. I said I won't give me hypertension, but my money don't
I
go
need
to
something
place.
to make all this pain away. Wanna gain it, but I sell away. I was up, I see you once again. I was up, I see you all again.
Timmy J on the track.
So there we go. The sounds of Zinoleesky kicking off today's reactions. That one last time off the Grit and Lust project. Again, that dropped 8 days ago, and we're just catching up with it now, which is very enjoyable to be able to do. Again, I'm someone that thinks quite highly of Zinoleesky. I like the fact that he's someone that really does have his own very kind of recognizable sound within that Malian music block, but alongside that is able to bring versatility to the table, and that's the thing that we're really hearing from this album. As an overall showcase, we're getting to hear the full sort of breadth of what he does as a vocalist. We're getting to hear the full sort of breadth of what he can bring to the table in regards to, I don't know, sort of different levels of emotion, different levels of kind of pacing, different kind of rhythmic pockets as well. These are all things that are very much coming to the forefront as we break down different tracks from this project. I like this one in a lot of different ways. I like the fact that the production is as smooth as it is. It definitely does have that kind of naturally resonating kind of shimmer to it. Those sort of organ chords you're hearing in the background there are very kind of classic lift keys approach, just bringing natural texture to the table and giving something a naturally resonating feel. And again, I think Zinoleesky's vocal structure on this is very important to the overall pacing as well. The fact he is constantly switching between different directions without any let up in his intensity, which is really exciting to see. So there we go. Another good addition to this project, Grit and Lust. If there are any other tracks off this project you would like me to check out, do make sure you are letting me know in the comments section down below. And as always, friends, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. We are gunning for 66k by the end of this week. We can do that with your help, so please do get involved. That's it from me, though. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CUBREACTS TV. Stay locked.